Work, 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 work. You see me have you work, 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 work. You see me do me dirt, 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 dirt.
What's up, y'all? It's Shira from the Werkin Co. And today I'm going to show y'all how I do my red eyebrows. Chemical free, color free, all that with your simple materials that you got in your house. I'm going to show you how to do red eyebrows or whatever color eyebrows you want, like you see that I have here in this video. So if you're ready to learn my technique, then let's get into it. Give me a like, thumbs up, share with a friend, subscribe to my channel if you haven't. So you're going to need a red matte lipstick, some concealer, a light shade and the same shade as your skin. And you're going to need a red pencil. And you're going to need a spoolie and an eyebrow brush. You don't have to use red. Again, you can use whatever color you want. But those are the materials that you're going to need. Matte lipstick, a really nice good one, not a cheap one. And an eyebrow brush, a really light shade concealer to go under the eye, and a natural shade concealer to go on top of the eye. So now I'm going to brush my eyebrows with the spoolie. This is just going to help straighten them out some, help so they're not so curly, and make sure all the hairs are laying in place. Before this, I kind of gave my eyebrows a little tweeze, you know, to keep them in shape, but make sure you brush them out. So we're going to go in with the pencil here, and you're going to fill in your brow just like you would normally. Whatever color you're using, go ahead and do the same thing. Now, of course, this red is not as really light. I can't say if this method would work if you were doing something like yellow or a soft pink or something like that, but it should work depending on the lipstick. But this is the only color of red pencil that I had, so I went in with this one. It doesn't match exactly, but it's going to get the job done. So I'm filling in my brow. I start with the bottom, and then I start going along the top. Make sure I get the arch. It's okay if you go a little bit out of the line because you can clean it up later on. But I'm just going through, filling it in. I don't like that look where y'all have the first 2 inches of your eyebrow disappear. I like to fill in my entire brow from the beginning to the arch all the way over to the end. So I'm just filling it in. This is going to provide like a base layer. Then I'm taking my spoolie and I'm going to spread it out just to kind of evenly distribute the color some. You don't want to pack so much product all along your eye. So I'm taking my spoolie like this and I'm just brushing the color in some, just going back and forth, back and forth. So now I'm going to take my angle brush. This is from Morphe. And I'm going to take my lipstick. This is just some random red matte lipstick that I have. I'll put it in the description, and I'm going to put it on my brush. I'm not going to dip the brush into the lipstick. I'm just going to lightly dab the angled brush onto the lipstick. Lightly dab it. You do not want to have a whole bunch of product. And then I'm going to go right on top and fill it in just like that. Just like you would do if it was dip brow, if you were using the Anastasia dip brow or any other kind of dip brow. You're essentially just using matte lipstick as if it were dip brow. Now, this is what I was saying about making sure you're not using a cheap product, because if you have a cheap product, it's not going to cover. But matte lipstick is known for usually being full coverage. You cannot use lip gloss. You cannot use satin lipstick. Only a matte lipstick will work. It has to be a matte lipstick. So I'm going over to my next brow. Sorry about the mirror being in the way, y'all, but I just had to see what I was doing, okay? So I'm just filling it in, like I told y'all, filling it in. Take your time. Do it the same way you would do dip brow. Don't get overzealous and just go to coloring in. Like, you're going to start looking crazy. You're going to look like Bride of Chucky. Like, take your time. Dip it in there. Paint it on. That's what you're doing, painting it on. Literally, I was just going in little strokes. Of course, this video is sped up, but I was just going in little strokes, just kind of filling it in. Then I took whatever was left, the residue that was left on the actual lipstick applicator, and I just lightly tapped it along the brow. I'm not pressing, I'm not smushing, I'm not mudging it. I'm smudging it, my bad. I'm just lightly tapping off whatever is left onto the brow. This is going to give me that painted on look. That's what I like. I want my brows to look painted on, honey. I don't like that laminated look, that all that spread out, looking like Iggy from the 80s. I like my brows to look painted on. So I'm just going over with the leftover lipstick, just wiping it over the brow. As y'all can see right now, this other brow that you're seeing, you can see how literally the hairs are all coated in the lipstick. That is what you want. You want all the hairs to be coated. So now I'm going to take some micellar water on a Q-tip, and I'm going to use this to clean it up. The reason we're doing this is because when you use concealer to clean up, you really don't want to cover the concealer with the lipstick because it will turn red. It's not going to clean up like it normally would if you were using your normal dip brow product. So use a Q-tip and clean up around your eye. If you don't got micellar water, use a makeup wipe, wrap it around your finger and clean underneath your eye. You could try to use a cotton ball, but be really careful. That's really the only thing I could think of. If you could use makeup remover if you don't have micellar water, put it on a Q-tip and wipe around. So this is just going to clean it up. You can make it really, really crisp if you want to. I didn't make my eyebrows this crisp because y'all know I'm trying to grow my brows back in. They're just going through a struggle or whatever. But use it to just clean it up. So now we're going in with the LA Girl in the color Fawn. And this is going to go under the eye. This is going under the eye because it is my lighter shade of concealer. This will kind of highlight my brow bone and make my eye stand out some. So you're always going to take your lighter color and make sure your lighter color is underneath your brow. So I'm just going in with one of my brushes from the crayon case, and I'm just spreading this underneath just like this evenly. You don't want to clean it up too much with the concealer, like I said, because it will turn pink or whatever color you're using. If you're doing this with blue, it's going to be light blue. It's not going to just look like your natural shade of concealer. So you want to try to make sure you clean that up with the Q-tips beforehand, so that with this, you're literally just kind of like highlighting your eyebrow. That's all you really want to be doing. So now I'm going in with the other eye the same way. And I always squeeze the product on the back of my hand first, because it will help emulsify the product and help it warm up so it breaks down better underneath your on your skin once it gets on your skin. So I don't go straight from out the tube onto my skin. I usually always put the product on the back of my hand to just help it warm up on my body heat, and it just overall helps it blend in better than if it's just cold straight out the bottle. But I'm just going in here right now. I'm just patting away. Don't wipe. You want to pat. So now I'm going in with my matte concealer in the color NW45. This is the shade that I use on the top of my brow because it blends in closest to my skin. So I put this on the top of my brow because you don't want the top to be so light and it'll look like your brows were copy and pasted on your face. You know what I'm saying? Like, use the color that looks just like your skin. Some people I've heard of even use foundation on the top of their brow to make it blend in. Like, whatever you got to do, that's just what you need to do, okay? So blending this in, I always go a little bit higher, like a 1/4 of a centimeter higher than where I need to be. And then I lower it back down with adding more concealer, because the first time, if you mess it up the first time, that eyebrow gonna be real thin. And baby, I hate a thin brow. And my brows already not even. Like, no, I'm not gonna walk around with no thin brows, looking sick, looking like I came straight out of 2005, looking like Mulan. So yeah, here we are. I'm just cleaning up the top of the brow with the NW45 from MAC. And if you use MAC concealers, they dry super, super quick. Like, really to the point where it be pissing me off sometimes. But it just helped me stay on my toes. Like, girl, you need to get this together. Because, like, it don't make no sense how this stuff just be drying so fast. So you got to blend that out really good. And look how you can see how effortlessly it's blending out. It's not turning pink or nothing because I'm not wiping my concealer over the brow. I am literally just highlighting it. I'm literally just tracing around it, okay? So now I'm taking my beauty blender. This is a Real Techniques beauty blender, and I'm just gonna blend out the top first because, like I said, that matte concealer gonna dry so quick. Then the underneath, and literally that's it, y'all. You just gotta blend, 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 blend. You can wet your beauty blender if you want to, but that's literally it. This is all you got to do to get your colored brows. You don't have to use no dye, no bleach. no color. You don't got to go to the hair store, none of that. All you need is a brow pencil or lip pencil, and you need a matte lipstick in the same shade or a close shade. Like I said, if you have black eyebrows, I do not know how well this is going to work for lighter colors. If we're talking about yellows and light pinks and white and things like that. But this is how it looks. This is the final product. I didn't have any more makeup on at this point, but y'all saw the finished product in the beginning. So this is how I did my red brows. If you like this video, if you like my method, or if you try it, give me a comment. Let me know how it turned out for you. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and give me a thumbs up and share with a friend. Thanks.
Work, 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 work. You see me have you work, 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 work. You see me do me da 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 da.